And now I want to get into the acting a little bit. What made you start acting? Like, was there one key element, or is it just a passion that you've always had? And
I I'm a fan of a singer named Trevor Jackson, and he was filming at a church downtown Atlanta called he was filming a movie called Sons to the Grave, and I heard that he's mostly in L.A., but I heard he was gonna be in Atlanta, so this is before I even had a car. I hopped on the bus, I hopped on the train, and I went down to go see him. I took some pictures with him. I still got the picture on my Instagram to this day. So if you see a picture of me and Trevor Jackson, that's from that day. Like,
that's what you're talking about.
yeah, that's the one. And when I was on my way out the door, he actually stopped me and was like, "Yo, do you want to be in this movie?" And I was like, "I don't know nothing about being in no movie, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I would do." And he was like, "No, it's cool, bro. Just go with them in that room. You good?" And I was like, "All right, bet." So I went in that room, and then that was the day I found out that I did my first background role. And then my stepdad, from the manager, he told me about V103 on their website having postings for different background castings. And the two that they had were Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 and Barbershop 3. So my first two background roles were Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 and Barbershop 3. And I didn't even really like put in a submission to where it was like, pick me. It was just like, all right, I'll do it. Let's get back to the music. So I did it, and then I just got an email from both places, and I filmed about a month apart. So my resume was like Sons to the Grave with Trevor Jackson, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Barbershop 3, off the rip.
Off the rip.
Off the rip.
That's
So
crazy.
I was just like, damn, this is too much of a blessing. And then I got paid from everything except for Sons to the Grave, because that one was free. And when I got paid, I was just like, what? Like, this is how much I make in a week. I'd make this in a couple hours. And I didn't do nothing. So then I just got more into it. And then I started getting featured, started getting signed to talent agencies, started taking my career seriously, started getting EPKs and one sheets and lead roles.
Learning about it more.
Yeah.
Learning about the craft of it more.
And then when I homed into it, I realized that I was actually a good actor. I didn't even know. I didn't even care at first, because I was making so much money. I was just like, it don't even matter if I'm a good actor or not. They're going to pay me regardless. And then I just started honing in the craft. And then when I did Little with Regina Hall, that's really around the time when I started working on, like, okay, I wonder if I'm good or not. And people continue to tell me, like, you're really good, you're good. But I didn't want it to come from a place of, we can't get where you are, so we just gonna push you up. Like, no, tell me the truth. Am I really good? So that I can continue to put on for y'all, because I want to give y'all the best that I can possibly give y'all, because I'm gonna have to carry a movie soon. And I did when I did 21 Questions. I was the lead character. So now all of that, making sure that I'm honing in my craft, then comes into fruition when I finally get my lead on Netflix. Yeah.
That's great. That's a big look. Like I said, Netflix and everything. Like, especially now with the whole culture, like I said, movie theaters. You don't know the future of them. You know what I'm saying? They said they're about to open back up, but you know, with the COVID and everything like that, so it's kind of like a lot of Hollywood productions had stopped, and they started shifting directly towards Netflix. So, like I said, now that you got your hands tapped into that, already in a movie and everything, just keep it going.
And then that comes full circle with what I said earlier about being an independent entity. So Netflix, Hulu, Roku, all that stuff can exist whether it's movie theaters or not.
Yeah.
So now they have taken full advantage of it. Much like independent radio and mainstream radio. People are saying that it's not going to be any more mainstream radio in a couple of years. I don't really see that happening, but I never saw television go about to be out the door. Like, there was a time where you had a TV in every room in your house, and you had basic cable. You can't find nobody with basic cable now. So it's like, you know, I just learned how to just shut up and just listen. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be knowing what they be talking about.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And what current roles are you working on?
Well, we're about to do reshoots for the 21 Questions for the Netflix role. Okay. I'm excited about that. I was able to get a couple of actors. I was able to get like 20 actors on that animation film that I spoke about. And I was able to get 2 or 3 actors into this Netflix 21 Questions film project. So I'm so excited about it, with it being my first. I've had lead roles, but this is like my first lead role. And I have to do so much. I gotta cry, I gotta yell, I gotta run, I gotta get beat, I gotta cheat, I gotta do all types of stuff. Like, it's
Tell the story.
yeah. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. This one's gonna be a goodie.
I'm looking out for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you the link.
Most definitely. What's your favorite acting scene that you've done so far? If you have to choose one, or your favorite acting role? Let's talk about roles. Let's see.
I like all of them for different reasons. Yeah, I like all of them for different reasons. Like when I did For My Man, that was my first time doing TV One. That was my first time getting paid to go from Atlanta to Tennessee to stay in a 4-star hotel for 5 days for free and only be on set for 2-3 hours and then spend the rest of my time as a paid vacation.
Luxury.
Yeah. It was beautiful. When I filmed The Homicide Hunter, that was my first time talking on television. And then, are you familiar with the show, Homicide Hunter?
No.
Okay, so it's been on for like 9 seasons. So it just ended. So I was able to do the last couple episodes of the last season. And the guy who's been there for all 9 seasons, I'm there and I'm going over my lines. And then he comes over to me and he's like, yo, do you need any help with your lines? And I'm just like, man, I've been watching this dude for... wow. Seasons. And he just comes over to me. It's my first day. I only have like 3 days. He got 9 seasons under his belt, and he's coming over to me asking me, do I need help with my lines? So when you meet people like that, you know that fame is just an illusion, and that you can still be who you are at the core, no matter how big you get. It was
human.
Yeah. There you go.
Human.
That's what I try not to let the industry do, is dehumanize me.
Yeah, because it can.
It can,
It
easily.
happens constantly. So let's talk, what are your plans for the rest of 2020? Like I said, COVID's here and everything, but we're still working. We out here doing an interview right now. So you just got done doing a promo sponsorship.
Yeah.
Kind of, what's your plans for the rest of 2020?
I'm going to be honest with you. For the first time in my career in 10 years, I'm forced to wing it. And I'm having so much fun winging it because it's I wake up and I just do whatever I want to do instead of being like, okay, I know I got this, I know I got that, I know I want to make this work, I want to make that. Now I can just wake up because everybody on this side stuff got canceled, everybody on this side stuff got canceled. So we all just like, hey, can you make this work? All right, I can try. And then that spontaneous meetup is the best because it creates a more genuine energy. Yeah, a more organic energy.
Right. If everything's so scripted all the time and everything, it's hard to get that organic love sometimes.
Yep, there it is.
Going with the flow.
And I'm partnered up with MLO, the new shoe company, so I plan on officially signing my first shoe deal inked on the 20th. So it'll be a month on the 20th that I've been with them. And thank you. Man, that was so huge. I couldn't believe it. Like sometimes I'll be forgetting how big I've gotten. Because I'm not really focused on it, I'm just focused on continuing working. Yeah, that's really it.
So how can our subscribers find out more about you on social media?
At Vigilante LOM, VIGILANTELOM.
That's pretty much all across the board.
Twitter,
yep. Instagram, everything.
Yep. Vigilante Visuals on YouTube, Vigilante Vivo on Vivo. If you want to watch my episode of For My Man, it's on my Vivo channel. We actually just hit 1 million views. I think I may have the first TV One episode on YouTube with 1 million views.
Damn, making big moves.
Yeah, that'd be so dope if I am. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but either way it's dope.
Hey, it's with him. Whether it's first or whatever.
Right.
All right, so like I said, we look forward to following your career, meeting back up in the future for sure.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in Florida, we definitely
I was about to say that. I'm going to be down in Florida soon.
Yeah, like I said, we got a whole media studio down there. We can definitely tap in, recording studio and everything, man. So.
What part of Florida y'all in?
Central Florida.
Central Florida? Okay, bet.
So Cal, it's right next to Gainesville.
Bet.
I say everybody Gainesville is University of Florida. They know the Gators.
Right.
I say Ocala, they're like a little small town, but. All right, so any shout outs before we get up out of here?
Man, I wanna shout out everybody that's been following my career, everybody that's just gonna find out about me on this interview, just everybody that aspires to do something rather than just sit around and be stagnant with where their life is. Find happiness, whatever happiness is to you. Don't let anybody else render that idea of what it is. That's really it.
All right, man. Vigilante, MSTV, we out.